Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Flip FIFA. We're still down in League 2, of course. A pretty good finish for us last season. Now, this episode will probably be a little bit of a long one. I'm going to try and get through the entire transfer window. You may not get any live game footage. I might do a bit of a highlights package at the end of the transfer window just so you can see how the games went. I'll play it by ear as we get through. But you can see here, Arsenal still down with us. Who came down? Huddersfield, Millwall, Rotherham United. So, you know, a couple of easier sides now down. Obviously not easier, but from the Championship and the likes. Should, you know, hopefully, I'm hoping this season we really want to get promoted. So that's what I'm going to be looking at, seeing how much money we've got, try and bring a couple more key players in and really bolster that youth academy this season to make a push to move up league. So let's get into this one. It's going to be a bumper episode, lots of transfer action, I think. And then we'll probably just do a highlights package at the end of all the games that went on during the transfer window. Let's get into it. So the board were happy. They said that we had an amazing season, so that's pretty good. They're pretty entrusted in Ebenezer Mezu. The league objective this year is to finish mid-table. So we did that last year, so we want to push on for this one, that's for sure. The season's budget is 2.4 million and 10 grand in wages. So I'll send the scouts out, see if there's any tasty regens floating around that we might be able to get on the cheap. And maybe look at a couple of the key targets that you told me about last season. The Domestic Cup objective is to reach around a 32. We won the Johnson's Paint Trophy, but that doesn't actually count towards any of the Domestic Cup stuff. So the board weren't too happy with us last season. Alright, so we've got 2 scouts to send out. We've got some cash, so it's time to send them straight out on their way. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any more countries you'd like me to add to this little plethora of countries that we've got going on here. And the first country that we're going to be going to is Mexico for a playmaker. So Marcus Pedersen will be off, sipping some Coronas, getting on the tacos, and probably having a big night on the tequila, looking for a playmaker down there for 3 months. Roberto Damian also needs to go out. He's a 3-star, 2-star. I could probably look at maybe upgrading one, but I'm happy with the scouts that we've got at the moment. You know, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. They should bring us back a couple of at least decent players. And where is he going? We're going to this country right now, and that is Morocco for any player. All right, Morocco. So an expensive one to get underway here down in Africa. Go and get yourself some Moroccan lamb. Any player, okay, 3 months. Right, so that cost us about 100 grand. We've got 2.3 remaining in the kitty. I'm going to try and sell off a few of these excess strikers that we've got, and even some of the good ones that we didn't use last season that were out on loan. I don't really care. I'm happy with the lineup that we had, so any of those other players are probably going to help us out a little bit, but if we can get money for them, we may be able to get even better players. That's what I'm going to be looking at in this transfer window. Right, we've got a preseason tournament time, and they're all 3 stars, so I'm only going to simulate them, but we're going to have a crack at the one with the most money, and hopefully we can get some cash out of it. Well, we've got a transfer offer for Harry Beautyman. He's not really doing a lot for us. I can't see him growing into the player that we really need around the club. Sligo Rovers have come in with 60 grand. We're going to at least try and get some. Let's punch out 100 and see what they say. Got a monthly scouting update from Romania, and an 85 will continue to scout 83 as well. Kostin can go, a 66 to go, and Stoicia, he has to come in 55 to 69 overall, 78 to 94, and he will be coming into our youth academy. All right, they've come back with 70 grand. I'm actually going to accept it, and thanks for your service, Beauty Man, but you can go and be beautiful in Ireland. So Beauty Man's off to Sligo Rovers, and 70 grand has been sold. So 60 grand into our kitty. Well, we've got a transfer offer for Koulibaly. He's probably our best striker, but he's got no face, and if we can get some decent coin for him, I'll be happy for him to leave the club. I'm going to go in at 1.4 million. We've also picked up 576 grand for making it through to the semi-finals of the European International Cup. So some more cash into the club. All right, they've come back with 1.2. Let's see if we can push him for 1.3. All right, we lost the semi-final, but we got another £936,000, which is good. But unfortunately, we lost Oztuma with an LCO, and he's going to be gone for 2 months. So that is big damage for our starting side. Transfer offer for Dion Henry. Well, I'm pretty happy for him to go because he's doing nothing for us. They've offered 20 grand. We'll at least try and get the 30 for him. And a transfer offer for Kyle Vassell. Now, he's probably someone that we probably want to keep around the club unless they want to pay some big money. So I'm going to stick 600 grand on the table and see what they say. Well. Ascoli have agreed to 1.3 million for Koulibaly. And he will be leaving the club. Got a transfer offer for Tom Nichols. Another striker, you know... If they want to cough up some money, I'm ready to let these kids go. Got a transfer offer from Millwall for Luke James, 65 overall, but he's got no face. Millwall, you're with us, so you're going to have to cough up some decent cash to take Luke James. All right, Galway have come back with 25, and I'm actually going to accept it. Bugger it. Let's get him off the wages and get him out of the club. Tender have come back with 375 for Kyle Vassell. I'm not ready to part with him for that kind of money. Let's try 575. And the final one is for Coolthirst. Well, there's no way Coolthirst is going. He did a very good job for us last season. We're going to reject all offers on him this season. All right, they're only willing to pay 190 for Nichols, and that's not good enough. So I'm going to go to 390 and see if they come back. All right, they've come back with 550 for Luke James. He's definitely worth more than that. We're going in at 750. And Koulibaly has left the club, 1.1 million into the budget. So we're building a little bit of a war chest here going into the second month of the transfer window. All right, they've come out with 450 for Kyle Vassell. I'm actually going to accept that. Thanks for your services. We didn't get to play with you, but yeah, have a good time at Latina. And Dan Henry has made his way to Galway for 25 grand. All right, they've come back with 600 grand for Luke James. I'm actually going to accept that. I want some money. I want a war chest. I want to go and find some players to buy. Well, Vassell won't be leaving because they could not agree on his wages. Too bad. All right, youth squad monthly report, and Harvey 80 to 86. Himura 79 to 85. Tabushi is a 76 to 90. Mayoyo 80 to 88. Josh Fuller 64 overall, 83 to 89. How's his reactions looking? 54, probably not good enough. Sitala has dropped right off the perch, 82 to 88. Baragar 79 to 89. Stoya 59 overall, 77 to 94. He's defensively minded, so I'm going to leave him there for a little bit longer. Nyako 84 to 94, and Stuart Jones 81 to 87. 57 reaction. Monthly scouting update from Morocco. We've got an 87, an 89, a 69 reject, an 84 reject. We'll scout these kids further. And it's Mexico, 54 to 72 overall, a low potential, but let's offer him a contract. He could be a high overall player. A 72 reject, 68 to 94, and Pablo Ramos. I've got to leave. Oh, yeah, let's sign him up. And yes, Iguado can come in as well. Another transfer offer for Tom Nichols, and it's from Crew Alexandria for 220. We want 420. Come on, cough it up. And Luke James has gone to Millwall for 600. 500 grand into our kitty. Right, we've got a transfer offer for Sean Brisley. Now, he's only come back from loan, and he's a handy backup, I feel, for our centre-back position. So we're going to reject all offers on him this year and see how he goes in the first part of the season. All right, Crew Alexandria are willing to pay 300 grand for Tom Nichols. I'm actually going to accept it and get that money in. All right, the final UCL report here from Romania. We've got a 72 to reject, an 88 Cornelio Popescu. He's not going to make the cut, sorry. Dinsku, no thank you. 79 pass. And Dan Matty, no thanks. Transfer offer for Andrew Fox. Well, he can go. 30 grand, we'll accept that. No worries. See you later. And Nabby, well, 425 from Crawley. I didn't mind Nabby last season, so I'm going to give him another 6 months. We'll reject all offers on him. And Tom Nichols has gone to Crew Alexandria for 300 grand. Right, it's time to send Kennedy Dawson out to his next country. And it'll be one from the list from you guys at home. You've given me the countries. They're sitting here in this little container. And I'm going to take this one. Yes, I've got one in my hand. And it is... We're going to Russia for a physically strong player. All right, here we go. Let's get up on the vodka. Russia, physically strong. All right, first round of the Capital One Cup against Oldham. I'm sending the reserves team. I don't really care about this cup. I'm just hoping that maybe we can get through, get the lads some experience. Well, Petron scored to give us the lead. We're going to quick sim, and it's a 3-2 victory. So we'll be going through to the next round. It went to extra time. Andrew Fox has gone to Bohemian for 30 grand. Thanks very much for your services. All right, so I put in an offer for 1.6 million for Cristo Gonzalez. He was a lad that you mentioned to me in the previous season. He's a 70 overall striker, only 18 years of age, and he's got some pretty decent stats. So let's see if we can get him into the club. We'll give him an important first team role. Round 2 of the Capital One Cup, and we're sending the reserves team out once again to give them some, first team football. It's Oxford United, Rich Lee's main team, and I'm going to get to the 45 and hit that. Come on, let's go simulation, and we win 1-0. Nabby with the goal, so we move through to the next round. All right, Exeter City have come in with 325 for Aaron Williams. We're going to accept that and let him leave the club. All right, here's an interesting one. 2.9 million and 30 grand a week for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I felt we needed someone in the midfield. You guys did suggest Loftus-Cheek to me. Here's a young lad there from Chelsea, and he's accepted. So welcome to the club. That pretty much cleans us out, but a big marquee player coming in to help us out. And let's hope that he will make the difference for us moving forward. And Aaron Williams has left the club for 325, 275 into the budget. All right, Cristo Gonzalez has finally accepted a contract, 1.6 million and 10 grand, and that's pretty much cleared us out. We've pretty much only got enough money left to go scouting and the likes. I may need to sell one more player just to have some money there, but Cristo Gonzalez is going to come in, and he's going to start up front for us. All right, transfer deadline day, and an offer's come in for Adel Nabi. Now, we've brought in the new striker, and I don't really see him getting much game time now. He does have a bright future, but if we can get some decent money for him, we will let him leave the club. All right, they've come out with 625. I'm going to try and push him to 700. See if they'll take the biscuits. All right, they've come back at 625. We really need that cash moving forward for this series, so I'm going to accept it. Thanks for your services, Abel Nabi. I'm sorry if this is annoying any Peterborough fans, but I want to build this club for the future. So see you later, Nabi. And Nabi has gone, putting another $500,000 into our budget, which we will need for scouting and preferably some more cash going into the next transfer window. All right, let's have a look at our current youth squad and see if there's any lads willing to bring in. Harbe, 80 to 86. Hamura, 79 to 85. Tabushi is a 78 to 88. Mayoyo, 79 to 85. Josh Fuller, 65 overall, 83 to 89. Juan Guerra, well, he's a 63 overall, 68 to 88. We're going to offer him a contract and get him into this side. Satala is 82 to 88. Baragar, 81 to 87. Stoisha, 60 overall, 81 to 94. Defensively minded. I'm just going to let him sit there until he's ready to be called up. Pablo Ramos, 77 to 94. Aguado, 71 to 91. Nyanko, 85 to 91. And Stuart Jones, 81 to 87. Monthly scouting update from Morocco. We've got an 87 to keep an eye on, a 63 reject, 79 reject, 69 to 93 will continue to scout. And Raheem El Farim, 48 to 64, 73 to 94. 6 foot tall, we'll take that gamble. All right, Mexico, 75 reject, 79 reject, and a 66 to 90, and Xavi Perez will continue to scout. All right, we picked up a manager reward, and you're probably wondering why the hell? Well, here are the highlights. So the season opener was at Sanderson Park taking on Bolton, and I had high expectations for Peterborough this season, and we really needed to get off to a flyer. In the 26th minute, Forrester pinged one through, found Jono Taylor, and he smashed it home to give us the lead 1-0 inside 27 minutes. A great ball through from Forrester, and Jono Taylor starting off where he left last season, using his pace up front, getting into really good positions, and he found the gap, passed the keeper, and it was 1-0. And then late in the game, well, it was Eltonen, the young lad, in his first game, I believe, just came through, smashed one past Amos. It was Jono Taylor setting him up with an amazing through ball. And it would be a 2-0 victory here for Peterborough. Taylor with absolute vision to find Eltonen out wide in space, and he didn't let the man down. Smashed it home, 2-0. They only had the 2 shots. We played very defensive and very, very tight football. Second game of the season was the first one at home in the Abax Stadium, and we would be hosting Aston Villa. It didn't go down until the 80th minute, where Pestrin fed it through to Coolthurst. Forrester found a bit of space. He smashed it, hit the sidebar, and then it was Jono Taylor there picking up the crumbs. We're just moving Taylor around between the striker, the right mid, and the left mid. And late, only 5 or so minutes later, it was Pestrin again to Forrester, who's been setting up a few goals of late. He fed it out wide, found Jono Taylor again. He skipped around 2 defenders and smashed it past the keeper to make it 2-0 to Peterborough. And a good start for our home campaign, a 2-0 victory there for Peterborough United. And Jono Taylor in all of the action. Forrester has been an absolute rock in midfield, and he's getting some good passes through, setting up our forwards. 10 shots of 3, they were totally outplayed. A 2-0 victory and 3 points on the board. The next game we went to Turf Moor to take on Burnley, and I thought this would have been a little bit of an easier challenge, but Burnley definitely came to play. They shot out of the races early, got 3 or 4 shots off in the first 10 or so minutes until Coulthurst went on an absolute run down the wing, dodged 2 or 3 defenders, used his pace brilliantly, cut back nicely, and then smashed it home. 35 minutes down, and Peterborough had a 1-0 lead. Then just before halftime, Payne found Taylor, and you know what he does. Like a greyhound at the races, he absolutely took off, and there was no way anyone was going to catch him. He cashed in off the keeper, and it was 2-0 just before halftime. Peterborough in the box seat here at Turf Moor. 67th minute though, well, we defended, and all of a sudden it just dropped, and he smashed it past Watmore to get them back in. It was 2-1, and Burnley really took the game on from here. And in the 83rd minute, well, there was a little bit of controversy in this one. Gray came through. Oxford just randomly started running backwards for some reason, opened up the space, and Burnley would equalise in the 84th. And it really looked like EA was playing against us. Burnley did play well, though. They deserved the win, 11 shots to 6, and it was a draw, 2-2 shared points. Our final game of the highlights package back at the Abax Stadium. We hosted Millwall, who have come down from the higher division. And in the 43rd minute, Smith made a great tackle, and he found that man once again in Jono Taylor. He cut back, he tried to take the shot, got blocked by Webster, Loftus-Cheek into Taylor, and Taylor smashed it home. I think that's his 4th or 5th goal for the season already. And it was 1-0 to Peterborough United. Jono Taylor once again getting on the board. And well, Loftus-Cheek, well, he's only just come in for the last game. You've seen the transfer, and a good little pass back. We had 8 shots to 4. They didn't get one on target, and a good victory. Right, so the transfer window is shut. We're ready to get on with the season. Just the 2 big pickups there, and we sold off a lot of players, so we may be a little bit thin. Some of those youth academy players will be coming in and filling roles. And I will keep an eye on the free agents. I've just got my eye on a couple of players that are floating about. But their regions, they've only just joined the game, so they weren't able to leave their side, so we'll have to look at them in the next transfer window. But let's go through this squad report. Andre Watmore, 73, gone up 3. Michael Smith is a 69. Reece Oxford, 71, gone up 2. Jack Baldwin is a 69. Enclair's a 70, he's gone up 1. Loftus-Cheek is a 74, gone up 1. Forrest a 68, gone up 1. Madison, 69, gone up 1. Billy Knott's a 68, gone up 2. Jono Taylor is a 70. Gonzalez is a 70. Pestrin a 62, gone up 1. Coulthurst a 66, gone up 1. Jermaine Anderson 63, gone up 1. Zakawani is a 63. Breesley is a 66. Jack Payne a 64. Akwuju is a 60, he's gone up 1. We've loan listed him. Eltonen is a 60, and he's growing, so that's good. Suzuki a 59, gone up 1. Mazel is a 52, gone up 1. Oztuma is a 66, he's back in 2 weeks from injury. Vassal is 62. Santos is 61, gone up 1. Boswick is 63. Jack Friend out on loan, 54, gone up 1. Shuttle 53, gone up 2. Nicholson is a 57. Lopez a 54. And that is our full squad. It's pretty thin. There's probably 30, 32 odd players. But hopefully that's enough to get us through. And we'll pick up some young kids along the way. So after the 4 games from that highlight package, we are sitting 4th. We've got off to a blistering start. Haven't lost a game. We're sitting on 10 points. And just the start I was looking for. Jono Taylor has been absolutely exceptional, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come this season. I mean, we've had a pretty easy run thus far, not really taking on big sides. That test will come in this season fairly early on, I think. We've probably played a lot of the bottom sides. We've played Aston Villa, Burnley, Millwall, and who was the last one? Was it Bolton? Yeah, all right. So, you know, teams down the bottom. So we've got a lot of work to do, but I think we've got a team that can really make a push here for promotion as they, you know, they're still young, so they're growing. We can train them, and if someone's not working out, they're going to be on the first bus out of here. But that's where we're going to leave it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. Big early challenge report, which gives away a free kick inside 6 minutes for Frankfurt. And what are they going to do? They're going to have a ping at this. Looks like they are. Oh, straight over a